Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Judy Simpson. It's the first Thursday of the month, which means we are in the kitchen with Across the Fence. And there's nothing more enjoyable than cooking with fresh produce right from your garden or farmer's market. To share some of their favorite summer recipes are our three chefs, Carolyn Peak from Williamstown, along with Deb Plumley and Lynn Jarvis, both from South Hero. But our first order of business is announcing the winner of the Taste of Home cookbook that Carolyn donated for our free drawing. And that lucky winner is Nancy Way from Milton. Congratulations, Nancy. You'll be receiving your cookbook in the mail any day now. Well, this month, one of you lucky viewers will win a boat ride and picnic lunch on beautiful Paradise Bay in South Hero with our own Lynn Jarvis and perhaps Deb Plumley if she can work it into her schedule. Let's hope so. I'll let you know how to enter that free drawing at the end of the show. Well, sounds like a lot of fun, Deb.
It sounds wonderful. Wonderful indeed.
Well, I guess you're going to start us off this afternoon?
Yes.
Okay.
And I think it's wonderful that we can take advantage of the abundance of the various fruits and vegetables that are ripe this time of year. Nothing beats the flavor and freshness of local produce. And when you're making your dishes, don't forget herbs. I think you're going to notice a lot of our dishes today are decorated with the mint from Lynn's garden. So I want to start first of all with this green pepper dip that was sent in by Loretta Thomas of West Springfield, Vermont. Loretta's recipe uses chopped onion and green pepper that you then let marinate in a mixture of lemon juice and salt. After about an hour, you drain your vegetables and then mix in cream cheese, a little bit of sugar, and some mayonnaise. For my version, I added some white pepper and a little bit of dried dill. This is just yummy spread on crackers, or I think it would be great on a bagel chip as well. I want to thank Loretta for sharing her recipe for green pepper dip with us, and I hope the viewers consider this perhaps for your next summer party. Now, when you make a beautiful vegetable salad, you're going to want to break out the nice glass bowl to showcase it. This is a marinated tomato and broccoli salad. You take a fresh head of broccoli, chop it fine, add some halved cherry tomatoes. I took advantage of some of the yellow and the red ones that were available this time of year. Add some sliced onion and decorate with a marinade that you make with raspberry vinaigrette, poppy seeds, mustard, and a little bit of sugar. And add some slivered onion, or almonds for some contrast. And this is a wonderful marinated salad. I'm just going to put a little spoonful of it here so you can see how pretty that looks. And that is yummy. The next recipe will take advantage of the bounty of your garden with this garden patch lasagna. You can use many of the vegetables that are ripe in your garden. You need about 8 to 10 cups altogether. I used a mixture of zucchini, summer squash, some fresh tomatoes, onions, carrots, anything you could think of. I think there's some spinach in there too. And it's so easy to make. While your lasagna noodles are cooking, you're going to saute your vegetables. When they're almost done, you add a can of crushed tomatoes and some chopped roasted red peppers. Stir that together until it thickens, and then layer like you make any lasagna with your noodles, your vegetables, some ricotta and Parmesan cheese. Add some mozzarella. This is so flavorful, your family's not going to miss the meat in this. So this is a garden patch lasagna. Now, of course, summer cooking means great summer dessert recipes. And this is a 3-fruit berry crumble. I used raspberries, blackberries, and some blueberries in the base. The topping is simply a yellow cake mix. You leave it dry. You just cut in a half cup of butter, add some oatmeal and some cinnamon, sprinkle that on the top, and you bake it at 350 degrees for about 25 to 30 minutes, just until it's brown. And as you can see from this slice that I have here, the berries cooked down nicely. I think serving it warm with a little dollop of whipped cream, and we've got some fresh mint on the top, is just perfect. Now I'll finish my recipes with my last one, which is a favorite. Uses 3 of my favorite fruits: peaches, apples, and raspberries. You roll out your favorite pie crust recipe in a circle. put on your sliced fruits, fold up the edges, and then bake it for about 25 to 30 minutes. It's so easy, and the best part is it's free form, so no one's going to critique you on how well your pie crust is. And as I look to the side, I see all these wonderful dishes that Carolyn has, and I'm especially interested in that squash.
Oh, okay.
So I can't wait to hear about it.
Okay. Well, I was searching through my cookbooks for some good recipes, and figure the first thing, let me set this aside here. The first thing, maybe you'd like to start out with some soup. So this is corn and squash soup. And it takes 6 cups of squash, cooked squash, that's the winter squash, and some cream corn. You can make your own cream corn, you know, just when you cut off the corn off from the cob, you scrape it so that you get the milk part off from the cob too. So you can make your own cream corn. You just add things like some parsley, your seasonings, and if you want, you can serve it with some sour cream. Now I didn't, but I'll tell you, this is really good. We had it for supper, and just excellent. To go with that soup, I have some sweet potato muffins. These are just this cold mashed sweet potato in the recipe. It's just a regular muffin recipe and then topped with sugar and cinnamon. And these go perfectly with the soup. I know because we tried it. Now down here I have, and you're looking at this and you're saying, oh, she's got little tiny black olives in it. No, she doesn't. She has blueberries in it. And this is a blueberry chicken salad. So you just start with your cut up chicken. You add celery and green peppers and red peppers. And then you mix it with the blueberries. You make a sauce of lemon yogurt and mayonnaise. Mix everything all together. When you serve it, if you want to sprinkle a few blueberries on top, you can. You can serve it on a bed of lettuce. It's just a really nice meal. And again, we've tried it. We know it's good. Now, here we go with spaghetti squash primavera. If you've never used spaghetti squash, I really recommend that you try it. And it can substitute for a pasta spaghetti. This particular one, you then take, and I'm going to cut it in half so that you can see it. I think I'm going to cut it in half. Maybe I'm not, because it's very, the skin is very stiff, very hard. But anyway. Okay, there you can see. In the bottom, once it's cooked, you take a fork and you scratch out the things to make it like spaghetti. And then you can just fill it up with green pepper, red pepper, cloves, onions, carrots, all kinds of good vegetables. And there you have something really nice. You might not want the chicken salad with it, but boy, you can sure use the rolls with it. Finally, down here in the front, I have a bright blue Monday cake. And Lynn sent me this recipe from the Vermont Weather Vane Delights right up here, but you'll get it. You won't have to go looking for this. You'll get it in your flyer. And it's just a sort of a regular cake mix type thing, and then you just pile the blueberries onto it. You have some flour and some sugar and some cinnamon. And again, I can tell you it's good because we tried it. So,
I think that recipe was from 1976.
Oh, yes, I think you're right.
So it's been around a while.
Yes, it has.
I guess we could say it stood the test of time.
Probably.
Thank you, Carolyn. Well, we want to also thank all of you viewers who continue to send us your notes. We enjoy hearing from you, including Gloria Lashway, who just got home from a stay in the hospital. and she's from Ellensburg Depot. Jerry Higgins, age 87, from Norwich. Jean Marceau, a loyal viewer from Winooski. Alice Munson from Middlebury. Myrtle Folsom from Rutland, who has been watching us since she was 5 years old. And Joanna Bryan from Granville. And be assured that we read all of your cards and notes. Now, there's nothing more enjoyable than using fresh produce right from your garden or the local farmer's market. And I'm going to begin with some blueberries that I picked in my side yard to make this delicious old-fashioned blueberry cake. And here it is. It's wonderful for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. It's made in just 3 steps. First, you make a batter, and you mix that all up and put in your blueberries, as you can see here in the front. And then you stir together some eggs, brown sugar, and sour cream, and mix it all together, and top it with some walnuts that you mix together, brown sugar and cinnamon, and it creates a spectacular flavor. And this could be made with other fruits like raspberries or blackberries, but blueberries hold their shape the best and also don't discolor the cake. So there's my old-fashioned blueberry cake. Now let's move on to our main dish, and that's right here. It's my pork chops with a pear sauce, and I might call this kind of an elegant recipe because the flavors are so delicate. First, you make the pear sauce, and you see that right here, and that's made with cooking 2 pears flavored with cinnamon, nutmeg, and lemon zest. And after brushing these chops with some cinnamon, salt, paprika, and nutmeg, bake them and put them on a platter, and then comes the pear sauce. And just take a look at this. Doesn't that look good? I wish you were all here to sample this along with us. I would almost call it a gourmet recipe. It's that good and quite easy to make. Now, the perfect complement to this is my green bean casserole. And let me get this up here for you. This recipe has been around for a long time, so you all might already have it in your collection. But if you don't, you should give it a try now that green beans are so plentiful. So what you do, you into the green beans put mushroom soup, milk, soy sauce, and French fried onion rings, and bake it. About 10 minutes before it's done, take it out, put some more onion rings on top, and you are ready to go. Just takes about 25 minutes to cook, and this creates a wonderful old-fashioned recipe, and if you don't have it in your collection, I hope you will add it. Now, I think the perfect complement to our meal are these low-fat raspberry cornmeal muffins. And I'm a big fan of cornmeal muffins, but I never thought of adding raspberries. So along with the cornmeal mix and berries, you use the muffin mix, and it's flavored with orange zest and apricot juice, giving these a very delicious flavor. Your family and friends will love these. Great for potlucks and bake sales. Now, on to desserts. Peaches are wonderful this time of year, and perfect time to make this streusel peach pie. The peaches are mixed with flour, nutmeg, and some whipping cream, and while the pie is baking, you make a topping that you see here. And I think I'm going to enter this at the Champlain Valley Fair coming up later this month. And my last recipe is right here, and I might enter this also. I haven't decided yet, or maybe I'll enter both. It's my cherry cobbler. Just 5 ingredients plus the cherries, so it's really easy to make. In the bottom of the dish, you melt butter and put the cherries in, covered with a batter of self-rising flour, eggs, sugar, and vanilla. Bake 350. And what could be easier? But Judy, I always get a cherry pit or 2 in my cherries. So if I entered this at the fair, I got to get them out. The judges would sure disqualify me if they found a cherry pit.
Yeah, you got to up your game.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
Thanks.
As always, we have a couple of different ways for you to get today's recipes. You can get them online at the Across the Fence website. Go to uvm.edu/extension and click on the link to Across the Fence. Or you can find the recipes on the left-hand side of the page. To get the recipes by mail, send $2 and a stamped self-addressed business-size envelope to Locally Grown, Box 188, South Hero, Vermont 05486. That's Box 188 in South Hero. And please remember, if you're ordering the recipes, to include $2 and a stamped self-addressed envelope. Your envelope will be used in the free drawing for the boat ride with Lynn. Even if you aren't ordering the recipes, you can still use that address to be part of our free drawing. To enter, just send along your name and address. Good luck to all of you. Well, thanks to all of our chefs, of course, today for preparing these tasty summer recipes. They'll be back on September 3rd when our theme will be zucchini and more. We look forward to that. And in the meantime, please support your local farmer by visiting a nearby farmer's market. I'm Judy Simpson. I'll see you again next time on Across the Fence.